What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, bringing you my review for Now You See Me Part 2. I forgot what it was for a second. This is my third time trying to do this, so we're just going to breeze through this. If you have not seen the first movie, there are a lot of spoilers because of a lot of characters from the first movie who did shady stuff come back, and they're the main plot point in this movie. So if you have not seen the first one, please go see the first one. Spoilers, 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 spoilers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We jump off this movie. They have... You remember Mark Ruffalo's, I can't remember his character's name. Damn it. Dylan, his dad was the famous magician who died trying to do this escape the safe underwater thing. Died. They showed that whole sequence off. So that was, because you wonder why they do that. They explain it during the movie. So we cut the horsemen. They're all off doing different things. Atlas, I keep saying I gotta stop doing that. Atlas, Lex Luthor, what is his real name? I'll think of it later. But Atlas, he's talking to the Eye now. If you don't know what the Eye is, it's like the magical god, the Illuminati god or whatever. He's not supposed to be doing that, but they're all separated right now. The horsemen. They got a new actress to replace the lady from the last movie. I can't remember her name, but it'll be on the screen. She did really good. She was very good comedic relief for Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson had a twin character in this movie who had me cracking up the whole time. So they did the whole CGI twin Woody Harrelson thing. He had this little not Seth Rogen. What's the other one? Yeah, not Seth Rogen. The other one, not the other retard. Is it Seth Rogen? Will Ferrell. He had that Will Ferrell hair. I didn't mean to call him a retard. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything. Freeze! Oh my god. I forgot. Sonia Layton is also in this movie. She was the head of the police force trying to track down the Four Horsemen and all these different people connected to the Four Horsemen and things like that. Oh my god. How'd I blank? When I saw her on screen, I was like, oh my god. How'd I get her fine ass in this stupid movie? Oh my god. But yeah, she had a small role that she appeared in the beginning, middle of and end of the movie pretty much. So just want to get out there. She was in the movie. She did kind of have a vital part in the movie. So yeah. Unfreeze. He had that hair. It was just funny. He was cracking jokes the whole time. The first half of the movie was them trying to become a team again, trying to figure out what's going on, and they get called to a meeting and they have to stop this big Apple business from getting this chip that can suck all the information out of your computers and tablets and phones, and they can just have all your personal information. So they stop this person, and when they do that, they get busted by Harry Potter's character, not Mark Ruffalo, Daniel Radcliffe's character in this movie. I don't remember his name at all, so we're just going to call him Harry. Harry Potter's character kidnaps them, brings them all the way to Moscow. So most of this movie takes place in Moscow. And once that happens, they go and he tells them, I need this chip that y'all are trying to stop. It was his... So Harry Potter's character and the person who made the chip, they used to be partners. They split for some reason, and then the one person, he's making billions, and Harry, he wants that chip so he can make billions. So he enlists the Horsemen to do it for them, and they actually go through and this really cool magic scene. Well, of course the whole movie's magic, but this whole scene of them trying to steal the chip from this super secure place. And then before that, they had to go get some supplies from this ancient magic shop that, spoilers, it's actually the Eye. The people who run the place are the Eye, I guess, or they're a part of the Eye, and they have the most connections or something like that. We'll get into that a little bit more later. So they get a couple of supplies, and then Dylan, Mark Ruffalo's character, finds out they're overseas. He goes overseas with Morgan Freeman's character he was in the last movie. He was Mark Ruffalo's dad's best friend. We learned at the end Mark Ruffalo's dad, I can't remember his name. I'm not even gonna try. Him and Morgan Freeman's characters were like best friends, but they played bitter rivals because Morgan Freeman's like, I don't believe in magic, I'm gonna dispel all your stuff. And Mark Ruffalo's dad in the movie is like king of magic. So when he died, Mark Ruffalo from the last movie, you watched the last movie, he feel like Morgan Freeman's character like killed his dad, and then we learned in this movie they were best friends. He didn't kill his dad, yada yada yada. So Morgan Freeman's helping us out now. And then when the horsemen go to steal the stuff from the Octoplace or whatever, they have this cool little scene where they have to like use a card, like a playing card, or you know, a playing card to steal this chip, and they did magic and all that stuff to like hide the chip so it wouldn't go out the room detected because it was full of metal detectors and things like that. And they just did a whole bunch of cool little fancy throwing the card tricks to make sure they never got caught. It was this fun scene. You have to go watch it. I would compare this scene to like the Quicksilver scenes from the X-Men movies. If I had to compare it in a way to understand what's going on in the action, that's how I would kind of compare it. So that happens, and then of course they're not going to give the chip to Harry. They're going to take it and try to do the right thing with it, but it turns out Harry, in the beginning of the movie, like I told y'all, what is that boy's name? Atlas he's been talking to the eye by himself, but it turns out the eye was just Harry, because Harry, this whole movie is kind of like technology versus magic. I should have said that from the offset. This whole movie is like technology versus magic. So Harry's like, I've been one step ahead of you guys the whole time. I know you guys believe in this eye, so I use that against you. I've been one step ahead of you the whole time. Also using Woody Harrelson's twin brother in this movie, he had like this CGI. So once we get all that, Harry tries to take the chip from Atlas, and Atlas is like no, and then Dylan, Mark Ruffalo's character, comes and saves the day, yada yada yada. They all get captured somehow, and at first they come up with this plan to try to get away. And no, what happens? They go back to the shop. They get help from the magic people to set up this big, like in the last movie where they had this big grand finale. But to try to distract, at this point we learned that Harry's dad is actually Alfred. I can't remember his name from the last movie, but Alfred, Alfred was in the last movie. He was like funding them, and then that's what we learned when they took the money. They took the money from the whole big thing from when they took the money out the bank account in the last movie. It was all connected to this movie, and a whole bunch of stuff was just connected from the last movie to this movie. That's why I say you really have to go see the last two movies. If you can actually sit down and watch them back to back, it will probably be really, really fun to do. So we learn about Alfred and all that good stuff, yada yada yada. And then we get to the final scenes where it's supposed to be all four of them doing tricks at once that kind of lead up into like the big scene at the end, which I don't think I want to spoil for you guys. I think that's the only thing I'm not going to spoil, because that's actually kind of cool. But Atlas, I'm gonna remember this boy's name before the end of this. Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg's character, he's manipulating water like his rain. Like he's like, oh God, can't do this with the rain, yada yada yada. And then you see that's the scene you've seen from the movie, but it's like two more things going on while that's happening, playing up to everybody's strength. I can't talk. But Woody Harrelson's character cannot get to his scene because his twin brother stops him, yada yada yada. They get captured, and it leads into this whole big ending magic reveal scene and all that good stuff. So I'm not gonna spoil that. I wanted to leave this under 10 minutes, so I hope you guys go see this movie. It's really, really fun. Go see the first one first. Really good movie. If I had to rate it, I'll give it like a 4 out of 5. It was the perfect length. It it was a perfect sequel. If I had to compare this to any movie, I would compare it to Spider-Man 2, or Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire. Where the first one was good, the second one was great, and if they're going to do a third one, which they kind of teased they were, because I'm not spoiling all that. I just hope the third one can just make the trilogy complete and make it kind of like the Dark Knight trilogy, where even the third one wasn't perfect, but it was still a great trilogy you can go and watch, and not Spider-Man where we kind of erased the third one, or X-Men. Like X2 and Spider-Man 2 are the perfect ways to describe this movie. Two good sequels. It's not Pitch Perfect 2. I love the first Pitch Perfect. Anyways, if you want to follow me on anything other than YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, all linked in the description down below. You can Google me. Just Google me. Shawn DaGamer. Shawn_DaGamer. If you made it this far, I have some fun news. No, we'll talk about that later. Follow me on Twitter. Just follow me on Twitter. Some things happened today. I'm just gonna say it. If you live in Atlanta or you are on Vine, Instagram, Twitter, I met Summerella today. It was pretty cool. She's a really nice person. She said she was going to follow me. I tweeted at her like, hey, you say you're going to follow me. We're going to see if you're going to do it or not. It's just funny. If she doesn't, it's whatever. It was still nice to meet her. She lives in Atlanta, so I'm probably going to bump into her 100 more times anyway. So if you don't know who Summerella is, I'll have her link down below. My friend, I don't know if I talked about this at the beginning of this, but, just some fun stuff to talk about at the end of the video. She bought me a Felicity. So I finally got Felicity and Black Canary, because I've never seen Felicity before in the store. So my friend bought it for me. Thank you, Yancy. So if you don't know who Yancy is, it was the female voice in the Batman vs Superman review rant charade. So that's her. With all that being said, if you have not already, please subscribe, share the video out with your friends, comment down below what you thought about the movie. If you've seen it already, what did you think about it? Do you agree with me when I say it's kind of like the X2 or Spider-Man 2 of like sequels, where most of them nowadays aren't that good? But if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. Let me know. Like this video if you can, if you want to support. And with all that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer, and I am